Hello again, Scrapper Names fans. How are we all? This evening is here for me here in Australia. I have another mixed media layout for you with a very definitive find your stash. The video I'm going to upload before this one is a bit of a mini find your stash. This one is complete. As you can see, there's all my pieces that I'm using, and the photo that I'm using, which is of my daughter with our bunny Yoda, and she has caught him running around the house, and it is called, and the layout title is appropriately called Gotcha. Anyway, so what I'm doing is just mixing some texture paste with a green metallic-y coloured gelato. I won this 4-pack of gelatos, metallic gelatos, from the lovely Blissfully Creative. Go and pop over and check out Connie's Facebook page, as well as her YouTube channel. But yes, I won a competition on there. Oh, yeah. Bit of a prize pack which had these gelatos as well as some other bits and pieces in it, which was really lovely. So here I'm just pushing through my green paint and deciding whether or not I'm going to put that anywhere else. And in the end I changed my mind and just checking the size of my photo, making sure that it fits and it goes. And then I do use that heart stencil to push through to add some texture there of that, using that same coloured texture paste. Now, something a bit tricky I did here, which I did cut out actually, I realised I edited it out, but I ran out of texture paste that I mixed on that container lid there. So what I actually did was use the leftover bits that was lying around and the other stencil I'd used to make up, basically just to use it all up. I didn't want to mix it again in case I didn't get quite the same sort of colour. So I just used it all up. I thought that was a great idea. I thought I was very clever because it worked. If it didn't work, maybe it wasn't clever. But anyway. So, as the title says, it's Find Your Stash. So what I am doing is you're about to see me grab, I'd say, a heap of pattern papers that I have pre-planned. These all came out of my scrap drawer. So just offcuts of pieces and whatnot. And as you can see, I've got my diamond press and my little heart punch that I'd got from Kmart not so long ago. And I'm basically just going to cut out some heart shapes, and actually I decided to cut out a circle shape as well using the diamond press. I did lift this idea from Adele Toomey from Inky Quill off YouTube here, where she did, I think, a layout background that used lots of hearts or circles. Not sure, but it was only recently, so you know, you can always pop back and have a look on her channel exactly. Now, she did an entire sort of background piece and I really loved it. I was going to do the same, then changed my mind and wanted to do mixed media. Just felt the need to get a little bit messy. Basically, yeah, so I save you the hassle of watching me cut all my bits and pieces out and fuss around, and yeah, because I do fuss around a bit on what I do have a bit of an idea. I want to make sure that the pieces don't double up, so I'm trying to use alternate pieces of the pattern paper and the shapes and things like that. So as you can see, yeah, so I was originally going to pop the heart to the middle of the circle and then change my mind, as you'll see in a minute. Alright, so my texture paste is all dry and it's down to now layering out to those pieces and sorting out where everything's going to go. I trimmed the photo down a bit just so that it sits better on that mixed media centerpiece. I'm just going to call it a starburst because I can't really think of what it's called right now. I apologise. It's been a busy day. So, yes, I'm trying to get a few voiceovers done so that they're ready to go. Yeah, so as you can see, as I said before, it is and the title suggests it, it's called the Gotcha. So my little miss here, who was 3 at the time of this photo, we have 4 bunnies. This photo might have been taken, we only had him and maybe his other friend, and we've adopted 2 more mid last year. Anyway, so Yoda, who she's holding, was a free roam indoor bunny, and yeah, so I think we probably were trying to get him to bed, going by the look of that, and he liked to run off. He didn't really want to go back to bed. So Hannah here has caught him mid the hallway, and she was quite proud of herself. Now, in saying that, she does love the bunny, so by no means is she hurting him, but it's a bit cute because she looks quite pleased, and poor Yoda looks a bit awkward and whatnot. So yeah, I wanted to give that whole love surprise kind of element to the layout, hence the kind of starburst stencil and the love heart, and then the bits and pieces, the bright scrap paper and things like that. I just wanted to give it that feel, I guess. Bit fun, bit cute, bit loving, and all that. So yeah, as you can see, I alternate which way the hearts and that go, so I do have a bit of a pattern in my head when I'm doing it. And then I do add that piece at the top, I think. I think I originally had a plan for this. As you can, there's some pieces on the side there that, as I said, it's fine, just stash. I've put out pieces that I always brush past when I'm going through looking for stuff. And I think I lay it all out, and I'm really happy, then go, oh, whoops, and sort of have to fiddle around with my original idea to get it to work. Oh, I wanted to use, so when I first got, diamond press? No, maybe when I first just started playing around with layering and doilies and things like that. That doily at the top there you can see with the layered pieces on it was the first thing I did. Now, it is sat in my scrap bowl. I have a little bowl as well that sits on my desk sometimes, or in the scrap drawer. And I've never used it, but it just sits there. And I thought I would like to use it on this layout, but because that piece on the edge is trimmed off, it didn't work very well, so it just gets pushed aside. Now these ephemera pieces, that pinky purple ephemera piece is, I think it came from the reject shop, I think. And this Hello Gold piece, I can't tell you who made it, where it came from, because I got it in a mixed bag of goodies from some stuff I brought off a garage sale site. So unfortunately I can't tell you that one, I apologise. But anyway, most of these, as the title of this, I think gives the idea, it's a find your stash. So some things I do recall where they came from. Aldi, not reject shop, sorry. Those were from Aldi, as was that pineapple you see there. Sorry, random thought. Anyway, yeah, so there you go. Thumbs up, happy with that. And away we go. I'm like, hang on a sec, how am I going to do this? Oh, did I dry that? I'm not sure if I had to zap it a little bit. Alright, so here we go. We're committed, we're good, we're going to start sticking things down. Rock and roll. Alright, using some foam tape just to bump my photo up and bring it some dimension off the page a bit. Obviously it's the focal point for this layout, so I want it to be seen better, I guess. So, yep, just using some double-sided tape just to pop that down. I've become a bit of a fan of the foam backing. Did I say foam tape before? I apologise if I did. It's not foam tape, clearly. So just, yeah, popping that down, giving it some dimension. Just rocking and rolling. And just using some odd off-cut pieces of my bits of leftover foam tape. Yep, and just using my wet glue just to stick it down. I use, as I've said before, wet glue on mixed media. That or hot glue gun. Just depends, I think. For me, I go with the hot glue gun because I think it'd be a bit, it adheres better. So I think if I've got a lot of heavy mixed media, I would use that. But, and as I've done in previous process videos, whereas this one's only a really light sort of the texture paste, so I just use my normal sort of wet glue there, just to do it. Okay, and just sticking that down. And the good thing about this glue, which I only brought from Lincraft for like $3, is it does dry clear. So with that hello piece there that's got sort of lots of bits and pieces cut out of it, you can't see it once it dries, which is good. Alright. And the funny thing was, when I did this, I couldn't remember how I had the circle pieces laid. So I was like, right. So I sort of just wing it. And yeah, as I said, I cut some circle pieces out, and so this one's a dark florally piece. Where did it come from? Cannot think. So yeah, and I had the heart cut piece there as well. I actually like how that turned out. So I had the dark piece, circle piece, and then I picked a light coloured heart. And originally when I think I said before, when I planned this layout, I'd planned where pieces were going to go, and then I started adding my own little touches as I went along before. And so yeah, that Best Buddies, which I thought was a rub-on, but is like an acetate piece. You'll see me try to rub it on and then go, oh, this isn't working. I had to move around. I think I originally was going to put it down the bottom, and then that cherish like little piece, no, purple pinky piece there. Yeah, I think I had to move them around. Anyway, it works. So, yep, see here? Look at this. So silly. It doesn't say on there how to use it, and I was like, oh, and then I sort of went, it does say acetate. So those who aren't that, crafty minded may not have picked that up. So I just used my Tombow glue to stick that down. I was just unsure how the other glue, the one I was using before, would go on it. So I thought I'd give this one that I knew I trusted a bit more to stick it down. And it dried clear, as I said, so yeah, there was no issue with it coming through, and you could see the glue and sticky pieces. It's fine. Now I have to move this around a little bit because I want the circles and the hearts to go in. So I fuss around a little bit to see where that's going to go. Oh, I might have moved it. There you go. I think I was going to say, I think I moved that up the top. I think I changed my whole plan around because I stuffed up where things were sticking. Anyway, it worked. I really like how the layout turned out, actually. I think it was quite beautiful, quite fun, and just sort of portrayed this picture quite well. So just, fussing around, sticking things down. As you can see, I just used my double-sided tape, which can drive me insane because it doesn't always work for me the way I want it to. So yeah, I don't think I show you all of this. I think I save you the pain of watching me stick all these down, these die cut pieces down, but you get the general gist of what I'm doing. Look, magic. The magic of editing. It is all there. So as you can see, all those die cut pieces, the circles and hearts, all got laid down to go around the picture and the starburst, whatever it's called, piece in the background, mixed media piece in the background. And off camera, which is handy for you to see, there is, so what I'm working on, I did have again this little piece that says love. Oh no, there you go, I'm working on another little heart underneath. But there is a piece underneath that says love that goes at the bottom of the page. I think I pushed the paper up shortly so you can see it. Again, I don't know where this came from. It was in a mixed pack, hiding in my stash that it's been sitting there for a while. But it came out and got used. See, fighting with this bloomin' tape. Seriously, does my head in. But anyway, I was starting a layout earlier, actually fighting with my tape, and it like stabbed underneath my finger, like the corner piece. Oh, it's like, ow, it bit me. Now, might have to get clever with my thickers here. I'm getting good at this, of, you know, changing them about a little bit.